AITA for telling my friend that I'm sorry her parents don't love her as much as mine love me? I, 22 female, have a friend named Amy, 22 female, who I met in college. Currently we are in our last semester of college. I live alone, but she shares her apartment with 2 other people. We never really spoke about our finances much, but I know that both of our parents currently pay our rent. The issue started when we talked about our future plans. I told her that I'm probably going to get a job and do my master's at the same time so that I can save up a little but also to finally have my own money to spend on some things that I love and to travel. She laughed at me and asked me what kind of salary I expect while working part-time to be able to afford all that. I shrugged and said I didn't have any expenses that I'd need to cover really, just food and that's it. She looked shocked and asked me about rent and stuff and I said my parents will be paying for it. She then went on a rant about becoming an adult, how she can't wait to be independent, how she doesn't want to take money from her parents and stuff like that. For the most part, one tried to nod my head and listen to her. But then she said something like, "I'd feel like a bad daughter if I were you." And that really made me feel embarrassed. My parents want to pay for my apartment. They can easily afford it, and I'm not the type of person to be ungrateful for it. I spend a lot of time with them. I know they don't lack money for anything. They travel, own their house, have a good retirement plan. They don't mind paying for me, and I don't mind taking it. We have a good relationship. I know this won't be forever, and I don't expect it to be. Just a few years until I finish my degree and get a higher-paying job. I got annoyed and told her to drop it. We can talk about something else, but she continued talking about how her parents want her to be a real adult, how I'll never want to be ambitious unless I struggle, and just more and more nonsense. Not sure how important it is, but between the 2 of us, my grades are significantly better, and I'm a few exams ahead of her in terms of passing this semester. I just cut her off and said, "Well, I don't know, maybe my parents love me more than yours love you, so they want to pay. I'm sorry for that. Can we now talk about something else?" We didn't talk since, and I do feel bad because I know that love has nothing to do with money, and looking back, it's such a rude thing to say. But I just said it to shut her up because she was insulting me and calling me spoiled for no reason. I wasn't even the one to start this conversation, nor did I probe into her finances. She was the one who kept it going. Ever since that day, I feel a pit in my stomach, and I really didn't want to insult her. Edit. Just adding some stuff because I feel like it may be relevant. I feel like Amy's intention wasn't genuine because she currently accepts her parents paying rent, food, utilities, everything. So do I. The conversation was about after college. I mentioned my academic success because she said I will never be ambitious when I try really hard. We also don't live in the USA, and parent support isn't so uncommon. And lastly, while this may not convince people, I really do appreciate my parents and everything they do for me. I don't plan to leech on them, and this is something they know, and that's what matters to me. Yes, she pushed you and was being rude and combative. However, you didn't have to engage in the conversation anymore. Once she refused to change the subject, you could have just left. While I understand what you said was out of retaliation, it wasn't necessary and was hurtful. Honestly, though, I don't think it's a huge loss to not speak to her. She doesn't sound like she's a positive person to be around. On to the next story. AITA for making my daughter pay for her own college testing and applications because she was caught cheating? I received a call to pick up my daughter Lily because she had been caught cheating on her practice SAT. After arriving, I learned Lily's friend Sam had also been caught cheating. Her score was canceled, but thankfully Lily will still be allowed to retake the test, and this has not gone under any kind of record. When I talked to Lily about what happened, she told me that Sam's mother was going to punish Sam if she didn't earn an exceptionally high score, and Sam had, in turn, put pressure on my daughter to help her cheat. I have felt for a long time that Sam is not a genuine friend to Lily and has been trying to hold my daughter back to feel better about her own poor choices. And I had spoken to Lily about this before, and to not let Sam manipulate her into anything she knows is wrong. Lily told me that she had understood yet did this. I told Lily that, to prove she will take her education seriously from now on, she will need to come up with the fee for her future tests and college applications on her own. I suggested she start working odd jobs, such as babysitting or dog walking for the neighbors, to save up early. Despite telling me she understood, the time to register for the next test is approaching, and my daughter asked me to pay because she is short on cash and her school will not offer the test again until spring. She brought up the original excuse that Sam pressured her into cheating. I told my daughter no. I am not going back on my word, and she will learn to treat these opportunities with respect once she has to earn it herself. I also told Lily that she needs to stop letting Sam manipulate her, and if she can't stand up to her, then maybe she doesn't have the mental maturity for college. Our extended family became involved in the disagreement and are insisting that we cover the fee because it's for her education and is important for college. I am not allowing them to cover the fee for Lily because it's undermining my lesson. Inevitably, someone pretending to be her friend is going to pressure her to cheat again in college. Then when she gets caught again, I will wind up losing thousands of dollars and Lily will lose her shot at a good education. Her college journey won't last long regardless unless she learns responsibility now. Even though she spent her money poorly and doesn't have enough now, she will be able to wait and test in spring, even if it's a less convenient time for her. AITA for putting my foot down with Lily and our family? Edit. Lily is now a junior in high school. Taking the test in spring will not delay Lily's college applications. If she takes the test in spring, or even decides to retry during the summer, her score will still be available for her to use by the time fall applications roll around. I have also broken down the math in multiple comments already. Lily had and still has ample time and opportunity to save up. If she spends her money wisely this time, she will have more than enough to cover the fees, especially as these are the only expenses she will need to cover. NTA. Sounds like your daughter still hasn't learned anything from the cheating episode. She doesn't really take responsibility for her own cheating, and she didn't take any responsibility to make money to take her test. This is all on her. Stick to your reasonable consequences.